Part of the reason that we need this bill is for the legislators to defend their own laws is because the Attorney General is not doing it. As David mentioned before, our Attorney General has now opined that the court can effectively rewrite laws, such as substituting the word parent for mother and father. This is not an isolated instance of the Attorney General subverting the will of the legislature. Part of the problem is that in Tennessee, our Attorney General has virtually no accountability. Our Attorney General, as you know, is not elected. He is appointed by the Supreme Court. So Tennessee is the only state in the country to do this. So essentially you have an elected position that is appointed by unelected judges. So to bring the accountability to the chief law enforcement officers of the state, we have another bill that we're going to do to try to go at the Attorney General and what's going on here. So Senate Bill 1240 creates the office of Solicitor General. Essentially what we're doing in this bill is transferring the duties of the Attorney General to the Solicitor General. It provides for the creation of the office to be appointed by the General Assembly. So essentially, the General Assembly would be able to appoint Solicitor General. They would also be able to remove him or her upon 2/3 vote, again, to allow another level of accountability. So you may ask, well, why shouldn't we just elect the Attorney General? And while that might be a fine idea, that will also require a constitutional amendment, which can take quite a bit of time. It can take 2 years of referendum, or resolution, rather. This way, we're essentially just taking his duties and transferring him over to a Solicitor General that is now accountable to the people via their legislators. It's all about restoring accountability and transparency in government, making sure that our officials are subject to the citizenry via their legislative representatives. The General Assembly also elects the Comptroller, Treasurer, Secretary of State, so effectively we would just make the Solicitor General in that same mold, and we would leave the Attorney General as just the reporter. So essentially we're taking all of his duties legally, shifting him under the Solicitor General, have the Attorney General just be the reporter.